Hello guys, welcome back to my channel JBR Online Classes. Like, share and subscribe my channel.
So hello everyone, now in this video I'm going to start exercise 8.3. For the previous one, please check the description box, the link will be there. And in this video you're going to learn the permutation. Okay, so what is permutations? Each of the arrangement which can be made by taking some or all of a number of object is called permutation. Okay, I repeat, each of the arrangement which can be made by taking some or all of a number of object is called permutation. Okay, so suppose here you have r and n. Okay, suppose here you have small r, this one small r and small n. Okay, be two positive integer where 1 less than equal to here r, then less than equal to n. Okay, then the number of permutations of n different object, then the number of permutation of n different object taken are at a time. Remember that repetition of objects not allowed. Okay, repetition of objects not allowed, and it's denoted by in this way npr, or you can also write down this one as p then in bracket nr. Okay, both are same thing. So as here npr or pnr in bracket, so here the formula for npr, that one equal to here n factorial. Okay, then here divided by n minus r factorial, that is the formula. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, now let's move on to the exercise problems. So here some number 1. In some number 1 1 you have p 4 3. That means here value of n equal to 4 and value of r equal to here 3. So according to the formula you can write down here 4 factorial, then here 4 minus 3 factorial. So 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 1 factorial means 1. So that one equal to 24 as your answer. Next, number 2. Number 2 here P 65 then 2. Okay, so that means here 65 factorial by 65 minus 2, that means here 63 factorial. For 65, 65 into 64 into 63 factorial divided by 63 factorial, it's cancel out. So 65 into 64, 4160 as your answer. Now next number 3. Number 3 here 7p5. Okay, so that means here you can write down this one as 7 factorial, then 7 minus 5, it's 2 factorial. So that means here 7 into 6 into 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 divided by here 2 into 1. So it's cancel out. So here your answer is 2520. Now the last one here 10p3. That means here 10 factorial divided by 7 factorial. So 10 factorial means you can write down 10 into 9 into 8 and then here 7 factorial. So 7 factorial cancel out. So 720 as your answer. Okay, now next one number 2. So here in number 2, prove that you have to prove that 10p3 is equal to 9p3 plus 3 into 9p2. Okay, so first you have to find out the value of this one. So 10 factorial by 7 factorial, that one equal to here 720 from the previous one, and here 9p3 means 9 factorial by 6 factorial. Here 3 into 9 factorial by 9 minus 2, 7 factorial. So that means here 9 into then 8 then 7 and then here 6 factorial. So 6 factorial cancel out. Here 3 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial divided by 7 factorial. It's cancel out. So that one equal to here 9 into 8 into 7. Okay, so it's 504 plus 3 into here 9 into 8, it's 72. So that one equal to 720. So that means here LHS is equal to RHS. It's proved 720 here also and here also. Now number 2. For number 2 here, in P n. Okay, and in the left hand side, right hand side, you have 2 into n P n minus 2. So as here n P n, so n P n means here n factorial and then divided by here n minus 1, sorry, n minus n factorial. Okay, so that means here 0 factorial. So 0 factorial equal to 1. So that means here your write down n minus n factorial, so that one equal to here n factorial. For this one here 2 into here n factorial and then here n minus n plus 2 factorial. Okay, n minus n, so n cancel out, here 2 factorial. 2 factorial means 2, so you cancel out this one, so here also n factorial. That means it's proved. Now the third one. So here in third one, in the left hand side, you have PNN. That means again here PNN means NPN, and that means again here n factorial. Now for the next one here PN, then here n minus 1. So that means here NPN minus 1. So here n factorial divided by 1 factorial, because n minus n plus 1. So that one equal to also n factorial. So it's proved. Now next, sum number 3 1. In sum number 3 1, find the value of n when n plus 1 p3, that one equal to here n p4. So as here n plus 1, so you can write down here n plus 1 factorial divided by here n plus 1 minus 3 factorial. That one equal to here again n factorial and then n minus 4 factorial. Okay, so as here first one n plus 1, the next one here n plus 1 minus 1, so 1 cancel out into n. The next one here n plus 1 minus 2, that means here n minus 1. After that here n minus 2 factorial. Okay, and here you have n minus 2 factorial. That one equal to here n means n into n minus 1, then again n minus 2. After that here n minus 3, and the last one here n minus 4 factorial, then divided by n minus 4 factorial. So it's cancel out, here also cancel out. Now as here n cancel out, here also n minus 1 cancel out. So that means in the left hand side you have n plus 1. Okay, and in the right hand side you have n minus 2 into n minus 3. Okay, so n plus 1 into, sorry, equal to here, so write down here n plus 1, and in the right hand side n square minus 5n plus 6. So that means here n square minus 6n and here plus 5, that one equal to 0. So n square minus 6n plus 5 equal to 0. So here you can write down this one as by middle term factor. So you can write down this one minus 5 and here n minus 1, that one equal to 0. That means here the value of n equal to either 5 or 1. Okay, value of n equal to either 5 or 1. Here the value of n is 1 does not satisfy this equation, so that means here value of n equal to 5. Okay, that is your final answer. Now next, number 2. In number 2 here 3 into np4, that one equal to 5 into here n minus 1, then here p4. So that means here 3 into np4 means n factorial by n minus 4 factorial, and here 5 into n minus 1 factorial divided by here n minus 1 minus 4, that means n minus 5 factorial. Okay, so here you can write down n into n minus 1, then here n minus 2, then n minus 3, and last one here n minus 4 factorial. So here also n minus 4 factorial, it's cancel out. The right hand side here n minus 1, then next one will be n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, and last one will be n minus 5 factorial. So here also n minus 5 factorial, it's cancel out. So that means here 3 into as here n minus 1 will be cancelled out, then here n minus 2 again cancel out, n minus 3 also cancel out. So 3 into n, that one equal to 5 into n minus 4. That means here 3n minus 5n, that one equal to here minus 20. So minus 2n equal to minus 20, that imply n equal to here 10 as your answer. Next, number 3. In number 3 here, np4, that one equal to here 42 into np2. So np4 means n factorial by n minus 4 factorial, and here 42 into n factorial by n minus 2 factorial. So this one will be here n, then n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, because n minus 4 factor will be cancelled out. Here 42 into n minus 1, because n minus 2 factor will be cancelled out. So n minus 1 cancel out, n cancel out. So here you have 9n square minus 5n plus 6, that one equal to here 42. So that imply n square minus 5n, and here minus 36, that one equal to here 0. Okay, so by middle term factorization, here n minus 9, then here n minus 4, sorry, n plus 4, that one equal to 0. That means here n equal to 9, because here n is a non-negative integer. Okay, so that means here n does not equal to minus 4. So here n equal to 9 is your final answer. Next, sum number 4. In sum number 4, 5 into p, here in bracket 4 comma n, that one equal to here 6 into p, here 5, then n minus n. So that means 5 into here 4 factorial, and then 4 minus n factorial. Okay, next one here 6 into here 5 factorial, then 5 minus n plus 1 factorial. So here you can write down 5 into 4 factorial, then here it's 4 minus n, 4 minus n factorial, and here you can write down 6 into 5 factorial means 5 into 4 factorial, and here 5 plus 1 6, so 6 minus n, 6 minus n factorial means 6 minus n into 5 minus n, then here 4 minus n factorial. So 4 factorial cancel out, 4 minus n cancel out. So that means here again 5 into 5 cancel out. So by cross multiply, you can write down here 6 minus n into 5 minus n, that one equal to here 6. Okay, so now again 5 6 are 30. So here 11n and then plus n square, that one equal to here 6. So that means n square minus 11n minus, sorry, it's plus 24, that one equal to here 0. Okay, so that imply here n minus 8 or n minus 3, that one equal to here 0. So as here n minus 8 into n minus 3 equal to 0, that means n equal to either 8 or n equal to here 3. Now here n equal to 8 does not satisfy your equation, because as here 4 factorial by 4 minus n. So if you put down here 4 minus 8, it becomes minus 4. Okay, so that means this does not satisfy, because you cannot find out the negative factorial. Okay, you cannot find out the negative factorial. That's why n equal to 8 does not satisfy this equation. So here your answer n equal to 3. Now the last one, sum number 5. So here p then n minus 1 3, okay, is to p n plus 1 n plus 1 comma 3, that one equal to here 5 is to 12. So that means here you can write down n minus 1 factorial divided by n minus 1 minus 3, that means here n minus 4 factorial. Here n plus 1 factorial divided by n plus 1 minus 3, that means n minus 2 factorial. So that one equal to here 5 by 12. So as here n minus 1 factorial, so you can write down this one as n minus 1, then here n minus 2, then n minus 3, and last one n minus 4 factorial. Here also n minus 4 factorial. then multiply here n plus 1 factorial. So that means n plus 1, then here n plus 1 minus 1. So that means here n, the next one n minus 1, and after that n minus 2 factorial. So that one equal to here n minus 2 factorial, and that equal to 5 by 12. So n minus 2 factorial cancel out, 4 factorial cancel out, here n minus 1 cancel out. So that imply here n minus 2, here n minus 3 divided by here n into n plus 1, that one equal to here 5 by 12. Okay, that one equal to here 5 by 12. So now here you can write down from the upper one n square minus 5n plus 6, from the lower one n square plus n, that one equal to here 5 by 12. Now cross multiply 12n square minus 60n plus 72, then 5n square plus 5n. So that imply here 7n square minus 65n plus 72, that one equal to 0. Now by middle term factorization, here n minus 8 and then here 7n minus 9, that one equal to 0. That means n equal to here 8 as your answer. Now next one, sum number 4. 6 candidates are called for interview to fill some vacant post in an office. Assuming that each candidate is fit for each post, determine the number of ways in which 2 posts can be filled. Okay, so for the 2 posts can be filled, here total number of posts equal to 6. So here your answer 6p2. It's very easy. So that means here 6 factorial by 4 factorial. So here 6 into 5 into 4 factorial by 4 factorial. So that equal to here 30. So 30 is your answer. Now for the next one, number 2. 3 posts can be filled. So as same as the previous one, 6 pre 3. Okay. So that means here 6 factorial by 3 factorial, and here your answer 120. Now the third one 4 posts can be filled. That means here 6p4. So that means here 6 factorial by 2 factorial. So here your answer 360. Okay. Now next one, sum number 5. So here in sum number 5, how many 3-digit number can be formed by using the digit 1 to 9? So as here 1 to 9, that means total number of digit here 9. Okay, total number of digit here 9. Now out of this 9 digit, first you have to make 3-digit number. So no digit is repetition. So for the repetition here 9p3, that means here 9 factorial by here 9 minus 3, it's 6 factorial. So here you can write down 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial divided by 6 factorial. Okay, so that means here 504 your answer. Now digit can be repeated. Okay, so for digit can be repeated, for the first one also 9, second one also 9, third one also 9. That means for unit place total 9 numbers are there. For the 10th place 9 numbers are there. 100th place 9 numbers are there. So 9 into 9 into 9, that one equal to here 7 to 9 is your answer. Okay, now next sum number 6. Here in sum number 6, in how many ways? 6 1. Okay, in how many ways can 6 women draw water from 6 taps if no tap remain unused? Okay, no tap remain unused. So as here total number of women is 6 and total number of taps here also 6. So here your answer 6p6. Okay, that means 6 factorial. So 6 factorial means 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That means 720 ways is your answer. Now, number 2. 7 candidates are contesting an election. In how many ways can their names be listed on the ballot paper? Okay. So, in the ballot paper, their total number of candidates will be there. Okay. If there are total 7 candidates, so 7 numbers will be there. If there are total 5 candidates, then 5 names will be there. So, as here total 7 candidates, so here your answer 7p7. That means here 7 factorial. Okay. So 7 factorial means 7 into 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that one equal to here 5040 ways. Okay, now next one, sum number 7. So here in 7.1, from a committee of 8%, in how many ways can you choose a chairman and a vice chairman, assuming that one cannot hold more than one position? Okay, so here first the number of ways for the president. So as here total number of person 8, so here 8, 8, then here 8p2. Okay, so for here total number of person here 8, and you have to choose only 2% for the chairman and the vice chairman. So here 8p2, that means here you can write down 8 factorial by 6 factorial. Okay, so 8 into 7 into 6 factorial divided by 6 factorial. So 56 ways is your answer. Now number 2, from 12%, in how many ways can we choose a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, assuming that each of 12% can hold any office and no person can hold more than one office. So as here total number of person 12, and here the required person is 4, because one president, one vice president, one secretary and one treasurer. So 12p4, that means here 12 factorial by 8 factorial. So 12 means 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 factorial. Okay, here also 8, so it's cancel out. So that means here 11880 is your answer. Now sum number 8. A man has 6 friends. In how many ways can he invite one or more of his friend at a dinner? Okay. So इसका मतलब यहाँ पर clearly बोल दिया गया है, अगर जो invitation कर रहा है, okay, the man जो invitation कर रहा है वो किसी भी दोस्त को बुला सकता है या नहीं भी बुला सकता है. Okay, please remember that. हर एक को invite कर सकता है या नहीं भी कर सकता है. किसी एक फ्रेंड को भी बुला सकते हैं या छह जो जितना फ्रेंड है, टोटल 6 फ्रेंड है, 6 फ्रेंड को भी वहां पर बुला सकता है. सो दैट मीन्स एवरी फ्रेंड कैन बी डील बाय हिम इन 2 ways. Either he can invite or not. Okay, so that means here 2 different ways. So total number of ways are dealing with this friend, that is 2 to the power 6, and that equal to 64. But this is also include the possibility in which no friend, okay, no friend invited for the dinner. यहाँ पर भी एक और दूसरा पॉसिबिलिटी रहता है कि कोई भी फ्रेंड को उसने बुलाया ही नहीं. Clear? So the required number of ways in which he can invite one or more of his friend at dinner, that is here 64 minus 1, that one equal to 63. Number 2. There are 8 true false statements in a question paper. How many sequence of answer are possible? Okay, so as here each answer can be dealt with 2 ways, either true or false. So here your answer 2 to the power 8, that one equal to 256. Now next one, sum number 9. In how many ways 3 different rings can be worn in 4 fingers with at most 1 in each finger? Okay, so that means here total number of fingers 4, and here 3 rings, so that means here 4p3. Okay, so 4p3, that one equal to here 4 factorial by 1 factorial. So 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that means here 24. So 24 is your final answer. Now next, sum number 10. So this is the last sum for this video. So guys, if you like my video, please share this video and please subscribe my channel. So here, in how many ways can 7 book be arranged on a shelf if there is no restriction? Okay, so here the first one, arranging the 7 books on shelf is same as filling up of 7 places on the shelf. So the first place can be filled up by any one of the 7 books. Having filled the first place with any one of the 7 books, we are left with 6 books. That means here number of ways is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that one equal to here 5040 ways. Okay, now next one, number 2. For number 2 here, arranging 7 books such that, okay, such that 3 particular books are always together. 3 particular books are always together. So take these 3 particular books, treat them as a single book, say capital S. I repeat, take these 3 particular books and treat them as a single book, say capital S. So the 3 books can be arranged among themselves as 3 factorial. Okay, that means here 3 into 2, that means here 6 ways. Further, these 3 books is with the other 4 books form 5 books. Okay, again I repeat, further these 3 books is with the other 4 books form 5 books. Now these 5 books can be arranged in 5 factorial ways. Okay, so it means here 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and it's 120. So hence we can arrange 7 books such that 3 particular books are always in together. Here your answer 6 into 120, that means 720 ways. Okay, and here the last one, number 3. Two particular books must occupy the ends. So two particular book must occupy the end, so can be arranged in 2 factorial ways, and the required number of ways, that means the remaining books are 5, so 5 factorial, that means 2 factorial into 5 factorial. So 2 factorial means here 2 into 1, 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that means here 2 into 120, so here 240 as your answer.